Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hey
Uh,
guys.
we were we were just talking amongst us. What is your favorite holiday song? If you have a favorite holiday song, whatever it might cover, feel free to go ahead and put that in the chat. Put your holiday song, and maybe just real quick. I know we kind of do it every time. Put in where your maybe city, state, country, even for those. So drop that in and drop it with your holiday song if you can. If you have a favorite holiday song, someone just said Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé was just dropped a little bit ago. So,
And
uh,
you guys miss Steve singing. He's got a voice of an angel.
oh yeah, an angel. I'm not sure if it's an angel or the other side, but
We're going to have to plan ahead. Next town hall you're singing, Steve.
okay.
We can do an encore at the end.
Indeed. Yes. Freezing Ohio, Elizabeth. We feel your pain. I'm actually traveling. I'm in our Boston office, our headquarters in outside Boston, and it is freezing here. For some of you know, I'm based in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Good old Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's probably about 5 degrees warmer, which obviously is not that much, but man, 13 degrees or whatever it was this morning feels really cold. Bozeman, Montana. Ken, what's it like in Bozeman, California? Isabel, are you from Southern California? It's probably it. Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It's just 1 minute past 2. We have a ton of things to talk about today, and as always, we are super appreciative of you taking time to be with us today. And if you're just joining us, we're asking people just drop your favorite holiday song and maybe where you're from, whether it's city, state, or state, province, country, would be awesome. So, yeah. Good to see everyone. Thank you so much. We are genuinely appreciative of the time that you take. We want to be good stewards of your time. We're going to start here in just another minute or two. Hopefully you can understand. We just want to give people time to connect if they're breaking away from what they're doing. So we'll be excited to get started. We have a lot of things to go over in our December town hall. And yeah, we see a lot of partners here, a lot of customers, folks that have been with Steer for a while. If maybe you're here, you're not even a customer of ours just yet, we welcome you. Hopefully some of the things that we talk about will help you kind of understand how we might be able to add value to your shop. I'm seeing just a couple of things. Feliz Navidad. We are the champions. There you go, Rose. I didn't know that was, I mean, that's a good song, but I will take it as a holiday song too.
They're saying Florida 60 is cold.
Denny Boring. You guys see the Lancaster, PA? I know Denny for a long time. Denny and my son were wrestling at the same time. Denny, great for you to be here.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's a good one.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's good. If you're just joining us, we're going to start here in about a minute. Just want to give time for people to join us. And if you haven't done so, drop a holiday song in the chats and maybe where you're from. Breath of Heaven. Brad, I'm going to have to check that one out. Underrated Christmas song. That's awesome. Dominic the Donkey. Yes. Paulo, I'm not sure if there's a dial-in number, maybe Marisha or Autumn. We have, by the way, behind the scenes, you don't see them on camera, but Marisha and Autumn, Autumn leads our brand and marketing. She is here. Marisha does all things related to our enablement, making sure you have all the tools you need. They're behind the scenes helping us out as always. So thank you so much for joining. We'll just give another 10 seconds and then we're going to get started. Just again, thank you so much. This is our last town hall of 2025. Obviously, as many of you know, we've been doing these pretty consistently over the last, maybe every 6 to 8 weeks over this year, and we're super excited to end the year with our December town hall. With me, we can get quick waves. Greg Rainville's here. Greg's a longtime team member here at Steer. We got Praveer's on our product team, Gabriella, who leads our product, and then myself, I'm Steve Faithful. I head up our product and engineering here at Steer. So we're super excited. Thank you so much for taking time. Let's jump into it. And we are going to kind of just quickly, you can kind of see what we're going to go over. We're going to do a little quick look back on 2025 and a little bit of I'll give you some notes and some insights into things that we've been thinking here at Steer. We'll look back on 2025, some of the things that we've done. We're even going to talk about some recent things that we've released, some new things that some of you maybe haven't seen yet. And then we're actually going to talk about what's coming in 2026. So thanks again for being with us. Let's jump into it. As we look at 2025, this was a year, I'm going to give you some homework right off the bat, and you can feel free to drop this in the chat if you want, or just maybe think through it on your own. 2025 for many of us was a year of realization, a year of understanding, wow, there's a new world that's kind of evolving right in front of our very eyes, and there's a lot of thoughts about what we can do. And maybe for some of you, as you think about your shop, as you think about your business, I know we have partners here, we have shops here. As you think about your shop or your business, you've probably realized a lot of things. So then how is that going to transition into 2026? How would you fill in the blank? How would you fill in the blank of, okay, what's 2026 going to be about? And maybe for some of you, you just think, I want my 2026, maybe you're going to transform certain parts of your business. Maybe you're going to grow certain parts of your business. Yeah, I know the year of AI is certainly a lot. And for some of us, some of you, maybe 2025 was that year. Maybe 2025 was the year of understanding what you could do with AI. And 2026 might be the year that you do something with it. So Jeff, great year of teaching. So I'm just going to give you an opportunity as you think about your business, how would you fill in that blank? And I want to, as we fill in the blank for yourself, your business, your shop, I want to kind of show you something that I remember the first time I saw this, it kind of maybe freaked me out a little bit, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Sometimes, when you look at your shop, your business, your life, the world, sometimes you look at things and certain things are obvious to see. If you look at this, it's probably pretty obvious. You should not drive going down the street, transporting a trampoline on your car. It's not good. It's easy to spot. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize you shouldn't transport a trampoline this way. Maybe this, can you find the mistake in this? It's maybe for some of you, it's really easy to find. The colors, are we missing a number? What are we missing? If you see it really quickly, what's the problem with that? Can you find the mistake? Some of you found it instantly. Some of you, it takes a second, but it doesn't take long to realize it. I'm going to give you a second because maybe some of you are still trying to find it. So if you look at that, it's kind of easy to find the problem. If you haven't, I'll tell you what it is. There's there's a the and a the. So some of you maybe were looking at down here at the numbers, the colors, but if you can find the mistake. Now, those are kind of easy. Now, let me give you, yeah, sneaky indeed. Let me give you another one. Has anyone here heard of the Thatcher illusion? Yeah, Marta, I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's a little bit, but this gets a little bit more tricky. The Thatcher illusion. This is Adele. Some of you know Adele, the performer. This is Adele. Kind of looks like Adele. It's upside down, but it looks like Adele. But I'm going to take that same picture. She looks kind of fine, right? Let me take that same picture and I'm going to turn it upside down. And you're like, whoa. Now, some of you are doubting it. Some of you are literally going to turn your heads upside down to try to look at this to see if I was playing a trick on you. I literally just took that picture and flipped it upside down. And you say, whoa, that doesn't exactly look like Adele. Let me do it again. Let's try this again. Bunch of happy kids, no problem, blah, 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 normal, happy people. But if you turn it upside down, all of a sudden, whoa, it's the same picture. Some of you doubt it. Turn your head upside down on your computer. Exactly, Adam. Yeah, we did that. You turn your head upside down to check. But the reality is, and if you look at it now, we see the reality. And that's called the Thatcher illusions. You see, our brains can efficiently process faces. We all look at a face, we see a nose, we see a mouth, we see eyes, we see ears, and it's easy for us to kind of put it all together. And everything we know about a face is kind of how we apply it. But when I turn it upside down, you kind of look at those faces and you say, well, I know there should be a mouth, eyes, and a nose. And there is, and it looks fine. But when I turned it back upside right, all of a sudden you were able to see, wait a minute, that's not right. And sometimes a simple change in the way that you look at something reveals everything. Sometimes just a simple way of looking at slightly different. So let me ask you this. What areas of your business or shop look okay, maybe it kind of looks okay at first glance, but maybe if you look at it from a slightly different angle or a slightly different way, maybe you could see things. And I'll be a little bit maybe extreme. Maybe some of you say, wow, if you look at it from a slightly different perspective, it's really messed up. Or maybe some of you say, you know what? It's probably not as good as it could be. Maybe a new tool, a new technology. I can't remember who wrote AI, and David, I think it is named after Margaret Thatcher. Some of you mentioned AI before. The emergence of AI and its related technologies are really forcing all of us, ourselves here at Steer included, and I'm sure all of our partners here and for your shops, if you just look at it slightly different, maybe through a lens of AI or what things can do or new technologies, you think, wow, there are some things that I see that maybe reveal we could do this better. We could do it more efficiently. We could do it in a way that allows us to grow bigger, faster, better. And so today, one of the things I wanted to share with you was this idea that in 2025 here at Steer, we kind of did the same thing. We kind of turned things upside down. We kind of looked at from different angles to say, what can we do differently? How can we change our products to make sure that when we're delivering to you all services and products, that it can be part of a picture of not just leveraging these emerging capabilities, but how we can really use it to improve areas maybe that we didn't see. And that's what we're excited about. We're excited about helping you. Maybe some of you took steps this year. Maybe you took baby steps in AI. Maybe you improved your website. Maybe you enhanced a certain marketing technique that you've been using. Maybe you're using scheduling in a different way. For all of us and for you, and when we looked at 2025 and things we saw, we looked at slightly different, we're getting excited even more about the things that we can do to bring you products that are going to continue to bring more value to your business. I've made commitments. I personally have made commitments to you all that in the last number of town halls that we're going to continue to bring you and drive toward these things that bring you value to your shop. Whether it be through partnering with our valued partners, and I saw just on the chats, there's a whole bunch of partners here, and we want to be the best kind of partners. We talk all the time here about working with best-in-class partners, and we have some of them here. We want to continue to do that. We want to continue to improve our own products to say, how do we do that? And later on in this town hall, we're going to talk about some things coming in 2026 that are going to demonstrate how we want to fulfill our commitment to you. So I hope that as kind of end 2025 and we begin 2026, you all can take time to maybe turn your head a little bit. For any of those who did turn your head, maybe you can do that on your shop a little bit. Maybe you'll be a little bit more open to the new tools and technologies that we're going to bring you and that other partners will bring to help to continue to transform your business. We're excited to do that, and that's the commitment we've made and we'll continue to honor. We're going to do a quick feature recap. Autumn's going to play a quick video for us that just goes and looks back on the things we've done in 25. So we're excited to show you this really quick. Well, that's certainly what we've done in 2025. But I want to say we're not done 2025 yet. I'm going to turn it over to Gabriella here in a second to talk about what we've recently released, and then we're going to even move into things that's coming in 2026. Gabriella?
Thanks. I hope you all liked the video. I know there was some dancing around with the music, but really does make me feel proud of the team and everyone who goes into building the product, but also supporting our customers through all of that. So you saw some of the, I don't know, that long list of features that we released this year. What we'll go through now is just a few of the ones that are more recent. Live wait times, which is on screen, is probably something a lot of you haven't heard of unless maybe you were at SEMA. We haven't talked much about it. If you are a shop that does a lot of walk-ins, maybe a quick lube, you'll want to pay attention here. This is really about how do you take that online scheduling experience and make it work for your walk-ins. The fact is a lot of customers just go online to start everything. In fact, before I go to the gym, I go online and I look like, how busy is the gym right now? Do I want to go later? Do I want to go now? What people go and book, go to Great Clips before they go in for a haircut, and they see how long that wait time is. And we're bringing that to the auto repair experience. So let me actually just show you a little bit about how that works in our online scheduling tool. Autumn, can you switch it over to the other screen? All right, so what we have here is an online scheduling tool, and this shop does brakes, they do oil changes, and they do emission tests. But you can see that with oil changes and emissions, they do walk-ins, so anyone can come. And what you see here is that there's a 0 to 5 minute wait time. I can come in and instantly get serviced. This is really helpful for customers who maybe have just a really quick lunch break, or they're looking to get that oil change done before they have to go pick their kids up for school. They want to know if it's worth driving out of their way, going and doing their service, or if they should come back and do it tomorrow. A lot of customers really love this. Some of our early shops using this feature have said they've gotten new customers through the door, because what this allows them to do is put online scheduling in all the different channels. Their website, they show up with that book online button in Google, for example. Now, these are real live wait times. It's not pre-configured data. We're not guessing what the wait time is. They're actual cameras looking at the bay of the shop and then out the door to see how many customers or vehicles are waiting as well. And it'll fluctuate based off of the real performance that day in the shop. We power with a company called Faster Lines. They're really amazing. They have a ton more services using that data to help with the operations of the shop and really helping improve throughput there as well. But really excited for this feature. If you're interested, back on the slides that Autumn will put up in a moment, there's a QR code on each of these slides. You can take your camera up to those QR codes, get a link out, and we'll have sign up pages or more information on each of these features. But Marisha will also be posting them in chat as well. All right. So coupons. This is a feature we launched just in time for the holidays. I probably don't even need to say, but coupons really drive customer behavior. I can't say how many times I've bought something just because it was on sale and I got that excitement, or maybe booked an appointment a little early because I thought it was a good deal. And we're bringing that to online scheduling as well. A little bit about how this works is you can take your promotion codes, maybe what you're using in your point of sale, and upload them into AutoOps, and then set up some rules about what types of appointments you want to target. So we've seen this be really successful. Maybe you do a 1 to 2 day special, really encouraging customers to book ahead for a specific time period, and then they'll automatically assign that unique coupon code. It'll show up in your point of sale. You can also incentivize specific types of appointments. So maybe you want to incentivize customers to book a drop-off appointment so that they're not waiting. You can do that with these AutoOps promotion codes. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Certainly lots of time to play with them for holiday promotions and campaigns as well.
Yeah, really quickly, just if you do offer coupons as part of your normal business flow, could you just drop that in the chat real quick? Just say, yeah, we offer coupons. We're just kind of, when we ask you to do some of those things like in the chat, it's just because we're trying to gauge how many of you might be actually, so now we're not writing down your names or anything in particular. We're just kind of curious how many of you, as your normal part of your business flow, offer coupons as just to your customers. So go ahead and just drop a yes if you do. That'd be great for us to understand better. So
Yeah. And what types of coupons do you do? What's been successful for you?
yeah, that's great.
All right. Next is auto assign by tech availability. We talked about this last town hall. For those of you who didn't join, this is a feature that lets you say what technicians work on what type of work. So maybe someone does oil changes and your master technician does the more complex jobs. And then we'll automatically pair the right appointment with the right technician and assign it, and it shows up in your shop management system that way. We've made a few recent updates to this since we've launched. It's now available for anyone on Mitchell 1. So I know in the Mitchell 1 interface, you're really looking at it by bay. Those appointments will show up exactly where you want them. And then we will be launching for Shop Monkey very soon as well. So a few of our Shop Monkey shops have asked for this. And then lastly, we now have the ability to skill a technician by vehicle make. So if someone specializes in a specific make, you want them doing all of those inspections or even the work, you can do that with auto assign by tech availability as well. All right, I will hand it off to Greg and Praveer, who will talk a little bit about one of our programs here at Steer.
Excellent. Thanks, Gabriella. Yeah, so the Mobile One Steer partnership has been going on now for about 2 years. We have over 1,000 shops that are Mobile One branded, so they proudly feature Mobile One, who are using the Steer AutoOps program and really using the program to really drive the value of Mobile One, whether it's through text campaigns, service reminders, or the AutoOps scheduler. So we're seeing tons of success there. One of the things that we rolled out probably beginning of last year was the Mobile One Performance Rebate Program. Basically, what we're doing is we're tracking Mobile One oil changes, and guess what? ExxonMobil is actually paying for a portion of Steer based on the different tiers you hit. So we have a lot of shops that are already enrolled in this program, but weekly, monthly, I know I ping Praveer or Gabriella, like, where is this shop on the program? How many oil changes have they performed? So this was a challenge that was kind of brought to us, but also a huge value add, just talking to our customers, of being able to track those oil changes to see those future savings for the shop. So luckily, Praveer, Gabriella, and the team started building this, I think like 3 or 4 months ago, and now it's live as of today. So we are actually tracking those Mobile One oil changes, letting any shop who provides Mobile One to their customers, they install Mobile One. We will track that, and that tracking is now detailed in Steer. And Praveer, I'll hand it off to you to show the people what it looks like.
Awesome. Yeah, no, thanks, Greg. So like you said, the idea here really was to make it easy for everyone to be able to track and visualize this within Steer. So just a few hours ago, we launched this live to everyone. You'll see a new page here in the navigation under the dashboard tab called Mobile One Rebates. Now, what you can see here, this is what it looks like if you're not part of the program. So we give you a little bit of information. You have some FAQs, and also those tiers that Greg was talking about in terms of how many Mobile One oil changes do you need in that 1 month, and then what is the rebate that you can get from your Steer subscription. Now, it's really easy to enroll. You can do it directly from the platform. So you can either do it for that location, or you can actually do it for every single location if you do have multiple locations. That processes for a few minutes, and then it goes live. The great thing about this is that this is completely automatic. So once you've enrolled, we start tracking invoices from there and then. I'll show you what it looks like once this is activated. So in this specific shop, you can see that this month they've already had 9 Mobile One oil changes that they've completed this month, and they're just 1 away from hitting that tier 1. This data here is updated every 24 hours and shows you from the previous 24 hours. And again, even if you join today, the good thing about this is that we're tracking from the first of the month to the end of the month, and then it refreshes. We'll also show you what it looks like in terms of how many more do you need to hit that next tier. So I have another example here. This shop, for example, they have 36 this month. They've already got to tier 3, and they need 14 more to get to tier 3. Here you also have a filter. So if you did want to see which customers and which invoices matched for those Mobile One oil changes, you'll see we've added a new filter here as well that makes it really easy. This is also really good if you want to do other outreach campaigns based on those oil changes. You can do that here as well. So let me jump back to the dashboard. You'll see two new sections here at the bottom as well. This essentially is for the Mobile One menu. So as you see here, you have the ability to actually activate this, not just in Steer, but in the booking flow in AutoOps as well. So if someone was to come in for an oil change, they'll be able to see a dedicated Mobile One menu with all the different offerings right there and sort of book that beforehand. So again, making that experience completely seamless from the booking flow all the way through. We do have our CS team here to help you set this up in terms of the Mobile One menu and the oil change reminders in terms of the campaigns. All you have to do is click these action buttons here, and that will show you send a message to our team. That's all for Mobile One. Again, it's a great program for your shops and something you can do natively as of today directly in the platform.
Yeah. Pravir, before you jump into Digital Glove Box, first, I just want to say thank you to everyone who just put information in the chat about coupons. That's great to know. The second thing is this whole theme of tracking, whether we talk about Mobile One oil changes or we talk about coupon tracking, I just want to make sure I encourage all of you. AutoOps and Steer, we have a lot of elaborate things related to tracking of coupons. Obviously, we're doing tracking of Mobile One oil changes. Just make sure you're really thinking through that whole scheduling experience to make sure you're tracking the effectiveness of all the things that you're doing within the shop. So thank you, do that. Paulo, we'll have something in our next or the following one about, you asked about Valvoline. We'll come back to that and we'll answer it in the Q&A. By the way, before Pravir, I'll come back to you in a second. We are going to have a Q&A time at the end. If you have some questions in the chat, we might push, I might try to handle a couple of them, but we'll answer a lot in the Q&A session. If you've been here before, we spent a lot of time going through our questions. So thanks, everyone. Pravir, back to you about Digital Glove Box.
Awesome. Great. So that's all for Mobile One. Let me jump back to Digital Glove Box. So for those of you who joined the last town hall, you would have seen that we launched our Digital Glove Box customer portal. Now, this is a 24/7 online portal that you can offer to your customers and essentially allows them to view all their vehicle history, manage all their invoices, and book from anywhere, anytime. This is also really great if you have fleets. Imagine you're managing not just 10 vehicles, but hundreds. You can do that all under Digital Glove Box. What we really wanted to do was sort of take that further and make that experience even more branded and sort of personalized for your shop. So now with that login flow, you can really brand everything from logo, color, update the marketing images and messaging, and even add in things like terms and conditions and your contact information. Again, there could be two entry points that customers are coming into Digital Glove Box. So it could be that they're on your website, they have a login button, they go in that way, or they could be coming from a branded campaign. And again, with this change, it's really about making that feel like they're still part of your experience and just an extension of that as they go into their portal. That's all.
Right.
Awesome. Well, we've Gabriella, were you going to talk about this?
Yes, but go ahead, Steve.
No, actually, I'll give it to you. You're good.
All right. So we've been really celebrating at Steer by helping our shops have a really strong December, really sharing tips and tricks and tips and things that make it forgotten during the busy holiday season and preparing for a really strong 2026 as well. Those do come up as pop-ups right in your product. So there's sort of holiday branded tips. You'll get emails as well with more content. But for those of you who joined us today, we wanted to show you just all of those tips all in one place. So if you enjoyed that, if you want to learn a little bit more, search your inbox for emails from us. There's longer form content and links and more information that'll help you on some of those topics. So it wouldn't be a town hall if we didn't talk about our new amazing templates that we have. I just want to leave these images up on screen for a second while I talk a little bit about how we create our campaign templates. Obviously, we talk to shops, we see what's working, maybe what the trends are out there in marketing, what consumers are reacting to. But that's also paired with the data and what types of campaigns are performing well. So we're really looking at subject lines and what subject lines drive more opens. And then what content inside of those emails and campaigns, what types of promotions really get customers to engage. So hopefully by now you guys have all noticed this really awesome dog on screen because I think it's my new favorite campaign. Our new favorite template. He really looks like he's ready for the new year. And now we'll move into 2026.
Gabrielle,
So-
you mind if I interrupt you for one
Yeah,
second?
go ahead.
I'd love holidays, the spirit of giving. I know we just kind of gave you 12 tips. Some of you have seen some of those tips, but if any of you are so inclined to give, I would love if you have a tip or trick for the holiday season that you think worked for you, whatever, feel free to drop it in the chat. Listen, there's a lot of folks around here. I know some shops are struggling, some shops are doing great. If you have something to offer that you think could be helpful to one of your peers in the automotive industry, feel free to drop it in the chat. Maybe a tip or a trick that you say, hey, this works for us, especially maybe if it's around the holiday season, a special promotion, something you do unique. Feel free to drop that in. We'd love for you to be able to give and sort of share with the industry things that work for you. So, Gabriella, back to you.
Yep. All right. So we're going to talk about 2026. I'll start with a few exciting but smaller things that'll be coming in the next few weeks or into early January. We'll see how the team is doing around the holidays, and then hand it back to Steve for some big exciting stuff as well. Let's start with a topic near and dear to everyone's heart, which is really what DVIs and what to do with that work you're recommending to customers. So every shop, no matter if you're new or you've been around for a while, you're probably constantly talking to your team. You're doing inspections on every vehicle and you're presenting that work to customers. Now, not every customer is ready to do that work right away. And then it becomes deferred work. And Steer will send awesome campaigns about it. But we also, hopefully you all have this feature turned on. If someone's in that online appointment scheduling flow, we'll present that work to the customer and say, do you also want to do this? Remember that work that we suggested last time. So what we've done here or doing here is adding a little extra education to that, because you can present the work to a customer, but I'm sure you've all had those difficult conversations of, why do I need this? I don't even know what that is. So let me show you a little bit about how that works. So I'm going to go through just a fake online scheduling experience. We'll pretend we're booking an oil change. Let me just log into that online scheduler and grab the login code. So I have my Honda Accord, and we're going to pretend that I was recently in. I'm coming back because I know I need an oil change. We didn't get that done last time. And what I'm presented with here is that I was suggested to do a tire rod replacement and also a cooling system flush, and chose not to do them. Now, if you're an average consumer, you might be able to quickly dismiss this and think, I don't really need that work. Is it that important? But now there's a little bit extra education to the customer, really explaining why these services are needed, what it's about, what it means. And that builds just a little bit extra trust, makes them feel like you as a shop have their back. You're not just presenting something to present something, but it is real work that's needed and for a reason. So this will be a feature that no matter how you're inputting your deferred service work, sometimes your technicians are moving fast, documenting fast, it's not the best presented to the customer. We'll be able to add a little bit more extra information to help increase take rates and increase your average RO value as well.
Yeah, and I think that's really important because, and by the way, just to make sure everyone knows, you don't have to provide that content. We're going to provide that content for you. Why is a tie rod important to replace? customer may look at that and say, oh, I'm booking an oil change. Who cares about the tie rod? You all know, hey, that's really important to the proper steering of your vehicle. Now we're going to give them content. So hopefully that they're adding these so you're able to upsell with more efficiency before the customer's at the counter.
All right, I'm going to jump straight into my second demo. We talk a lot about at Steer about how you can create campaigns that are not just broad and generic, but really targeted. And you can target customers based off their behavior and their needs. And you can create these customer lists and campaigns and campaign journeys based off of that. Now, it's awesome and it's powerful and that data is at your fingertips, but we just want to make it a little bit easier for you to do that targeted segmentation. So what I'm going to show you today is a feature where you don't have to use filters to build lists, but you can just directly type it the way you might normally be talking to one of your teammates. So there's a new feature. It'll be called Smart Search. You go ahead and click on that. And then I can type in something like, how many customers have spent over $1,000? And this is a test shop, so there's some dummy data. You can see there's only 224 customers, but we'll go ahead and see what that says. And in this shop, we have 142 customers that their lifetime value is over 1,000. So really quick and easy search. You didn't have to go find that filter. Now, maybe you want to say something like, give me a list of customers to call who recently who deferred work in the last 60 days. And one customer, Linda Davis, deferred some work. She might be someone I want to call up and actually do a follow-up with. One last one, we'll say, who's due for maintenance? And we have 71 customers that are overdue for maintenance. So we're still really playing with this, making it really powerful. This is just an example of how we're bringing more tools to make it easier for you to really leverage your Steer data, leverage the Steer tools to get more out of it. You'll see a lot more of bringing up insights, making it easier for you so you don't have to go through the effort. All right, Steve.
Yeah. That's great. So yeah, thanks for that, Gabriella. And I just want to give a really quick time check. It's about 2:38 p.m. here on the East Coast. I'm going to finish up in the next about 5 to 6 minutes, and then we're going to open up for a QA time. So appreciate you being with us. I want to make sure, I know for some of you, you may not be able to hang on the whole time, but I'm going to talk about 2 things that are coming in 2026 that are super exciting. We're excited to talk about them and to bring them to you soon. And so, but also want you to know we'll be getting to a QA time. So if you do have questions about anything we've shown today, feel free to drop it in the comments, and we will try to get to as many questions as we can after I'm finished up. So coming in 2026, Steer is getting smarter. Now, that might imply that we're dumb, but we're not dumb. We're smart, and we're going to get smarter. One of the things that we're doing, as some of you mentioned earlier, AI is transforming so many things within our industry and within automotive, within technology in general. And we are trying to, just like I showed you earlier about sort of like seeing things and maybe realizing that just by turning our heads a little bit, we see, wow, there's real opportunities to improve in these areas. And one of the areas that we've been talking about is sort of related to what we kind of call AI accelerated help. Some refer them to as maybe AI agents. Some of you have heard them as referred to as AI agents. And this is one of the things that we're doing. We are going to be releasing agents to help you do more, faster, and better. There are things that exist, information and data that exists within your shop and within how you operate your business. And we are going to be able to bring to you agents that help you turn routine tasks into really efficient work so that you can spend more time actually doing the things that grow your business, not on flipping switches and using levers and doing reports and things like that. But we want to bring you agents. The thing that you're going to see on the screen is actually one of our real agents. This isn't just made up. This is an agent. You'll be introduced to this agent soon. This is an agent that will actually help you produce a direct mail campaign. This is a agent we call Lou. We'll introduce you more about Lou in the future, but this is an agent, real live one, that is helping you to produce a direct mail campaign. There is data within your shop, might be within your shop management system, within Steer, within AutoOps, that can help you actually target your customers easier and better. That data we can use to actually raise insights. So if you say, I want to send out a direct mail campaign, but I'm not exactly sure who to send it to. Well, these agents that we're creating that combine your data with AI are going to be able to guide you through a process of creating a campaign. Maybe in this case, you say, hey, I want to reach customers in a certain demographic, in a certain area. Maybe they have a certain kind of car, have a certain value of home, have a certain income, and we're going to be using all sorts of data, both within your shop and outside of your shop, to be able to guide you through processes that are typically tedious and allow you to actually take that data and turn them into real action, not just to make decisions, but to do work. These kinds of agents, whether it be about, in this case, direct mail or running campaigns within Steer, we want to guide you through. These are to not, and some of you may think, oh, just more bots or just automated things. We want to augment. We want to say we have real human beings here at Steer. And by the way, if you have a favorite CS customer success manager here at Steer AutoOps, please drop their name. Some of them are here today. Not all can be here. They're obviously helping you. If you have a favorite or your customer success manager that you want to throw an applause out on the comments, feel free to do that. We value our people here at Steer. But what we want to do is make sure that we can pair them with the data and the automation that is available through the technologies. And now we can help maybe make it faster, make it easier, make it better, not taking the control out of your hands. I know in these town halls, some of you say, I want to use AI, but I don't want to like have it automatically do stuff. We want to use agents to be able to guide you through processes easier, to give you insights that might have been harder to get to in the past and help you do real work more efficiently. These agents, and some of you may use them in other areas of your life. We're going to bring them all around Steer. I'm showing you a direct mail agent, but you can think about a marketing, just a campaign generation agent, and other things within Steer. Maybe opportunity. We have our opportunity hub, which we've shown you in the past. There's more thing that our agents are going to allow you to do to help you do things easier, more efficiently. We are excited to bring these, and we're going to bring them to you. Some of them may have names, like in this case, Lou. We might have other ones, but ultimately, we want to keep the control with you, but allow AI to amplify the work that either our existing CS team is doing or that you're doing yourselves within Steer AutoOps. We are excited to be able to bring these agents to you. We believe they're going to help not just, once again, continue to this transformation process of your shops as you all navigate this AI journey, but we want you to ultimately do more, do better, do more efficient, to generate more business and grow your business. That's ultimately what we want to see. Might be marketing campaigns, how you grow car count through growth opportunities, how you increase your ARO. Those are things we want to do, and AI agents are going to help do that. It's not just looking up like, tell me something, but it's going to guide you through these processes to have this kind of results that we're talking about. So that's one thing we're excited about that we're going to be bringing you. We will bring you this kind of agent in Q1 of 2026. It'll be as soon as possible. We're excited to bring it to you, and we'll introduce it to you really soon. The next is coming in 2026, which is we are bringing an AI-powered phone system to Steer. Some of you, and Marisha is probably going to drop a link here in just a second. Some of you have been asking about this. A lot of you have hinted about this in past town halls. You said, are you guys going to do your phone? Are you going to do phones? Are you going to do phones? We believe that many of you are seeking and searching, how do I do more within my shop? How do I do more to create a great unified customer experience, whether it be scheduling, talking on the phone, getting help, whatever it might be, and you know that phones are a key and critical part to your business. We are answering the call that many of you have asked us about. We are bringing in 2026 an AI-powered phone system. I want to talk about what this can do now. And I want to talk about kind of like how we're positioning this. We are bringing an affordable phone system that will flex and grow as you do. Some of you say you've heard about AI within phones, and you've talked about, AI agents answering your phone. Maybe it's during the day, maybe it's just after hours. We are building a phone system, a simple, affordable phone system that is going to allow you to use AI to whatever extent you want. Some of you may say, I don't want to use it at all, but I do want a better phone system. Maybe it can do a couple other things that my existing phone system can't. That's great. But this is going to be, and you can see that list of capabilities. And these are all things: AI to human transfer, AI process voicemails, AI scheduling, multiple AI agents so that you can have different agents to do different things. Or you say, I don't want to do much of that, Steve, at all. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want a phone system that I can have an extension. I maybe have a call group, and and we can answer our phones. And that's great. And maybe as you feel comfortable, you'll adopt more things related to AI, and it'll be totally up to you. It's going to go from very traditional capabilities up to however you want to incorporate additional AI capabilities. Let me say this. We have partners on this call, on this town hall right now, like Call Inbound, and many of you use Call Inbound. I want to be really clear. David Boyd's here. David is both a special and a valued partner of ours. We are not looking to replace Call Inbound. We are looking to say there are a number of you out there that are looking for a phone system and want to incorporate more things. Our phone system, our Steer phones, is not going to do everything. And just like we talked about with websites a couple town halls ago, where we introduced websites, we have a website solution that is great, but it's not for everyone. And you may say, I want more than what you can do. And we will happily refer you to Shop Marketing Pros or Auto Shop Solutions or so-and-so. And the same for phones. Our phone solution may not be the right size for everyone, and that's totally okay. And we'll happily introduce you to David at Call Inbound or his team at Call Inbound. So we are excited to bring you this. We are excited to introduce you to Steer phones. We are early in terms of this is real. We're going to do on our next town hall. I would hope you'll come because we're going to do a demo of our phone system, and you are going to see it. Now, I want to say, I wish I could show you a demo today. It's working. It's here. This is not magic. This is not vapor. This is not puffs of smoke. This is real. But we want to make sure, we wanted to introduce it to you today, that we are bringing this. It is going to make a convenient sort of flow and experience for your customers, and you're going to be able to use AI when you want, as much as you want, either as much or as little as you want. But we are excited. We'll talk more. You can ask your CS agents. They've been given a sort of a script on on how to ask questions about this and how to answer, provide you as much information as you can. Marisha, I don't know if it got away from me on the chat. If you want to be part of our early access program, we would love you to sign up. I think they're going to post a link somewhere here. But if you just say, hey, I'm not interested, that's totally okay. If you say, raise your hand and say, Steve, I'd love to have early access to this, please sign up. One of the key things, will just give us who you are. We'll have a form. Just ask who you are and what existing phone solution that you're using. That way we can make sure that we're targeting the folks that are going to really say, hey, we want to use this right now. And we will have more specifics, not just a demo, but we will have more specifics in our next one, including cost, hardware questions that many of you have. And I know a lot of you are going to have questions about cost, timing, hardware, et cetera. But we are super excited. Our team was doing testing the other day, talking about how we talk on the phone, say, hey, I don't like AI, the customer says, and it'll transfer right to a human being, or a human being that says, hey, do you mind booking this through our AI agent? No problem, sending it right over to your AI agent. How you can book appointments, how you can do all sorts of cool things through the Steer phone system. So we're excited to bring it to you. We'll talk more about that, like I said, in our next one, show you a demo. Excited to show you that. So I know as we get as we kind of bring our town hall to a close, I want to pause for a second. And I just can say, Greg, Gabriella, Praveer, as you look into the camera directly, I know your heart's where mine is. We are super grateful for every one of you, whether you're a partner here, and of course, our customers, those of you who are using AutoOps, those of you using Steer, whether it be our scheduling, our CRM, our websites, anything that you might be using today, we are really appreciative and we're grateful. We don't We don't take it for granted that you join these town halls. We don't take it for granted that you use our products, that you pay us every month to deliver the services and the products that we do. We really do wish you all happy holidays. We hope the best for you, your families. And we really, and I wrote this and I wasn't sure how people were going to like when I wrote this. I said, thank you for allowing us to be part of your business and your life, because we really know for many of you, your business is your life. And I know you have families and things, but it's a big part of your life, and you allow us to be part of it. And so we are really grateful. And I know on behalf of our product teams, our engineering teams, our sales and our customer success, our leadership, we're really grateful. And so thank you. We are going to start a Q&A time in a moment. But please, if you must go, if you want to join, please hang out for our question and answer time. We're going to answer as many of these as we can. Our team will put up questions on the screen, and we'll do our best to get through all of them. But if as you go, please go with our really sincere appreciation for all that you do, both for the industry and for the customers that you serve, and for allowing us to be part of it. So thank you. So Marisha or Autumn, I'm not sure who's back there in terms of going to maybe start putting up some questions on the screen. And I don't know, I'm not sure if Steven's here. I wanted to just say, I know we've had some milestones in that video that went by about things that happened in 2025. We announced we were super excited about passing the 1 million mark of AutoOps appointments that had been booked. We passed 2 million. We went from 1 million to 2 million in about a tenth of the time it took to get to a million. I think we did 12,000 appointments in one day the other day. We are super excited that so many people are using that your customers are able to engage with you. I can't tell you how many millions of text messages, emails that we sent out, but we're doing that all the time to grow your business. Is this education just for deferred service or any kind, or is it there for scheduling of any kind? Gabrielle, I mean, right now it's only for deferred, but go ahead, Gabrielle. Did you want to make any comments on this?
It's for deferred. We're also looking at maintenance work that is part of that cross-sell experience. But really, we've built it in a way where we could apply it to other parts of the experience. So what you might be wanting, or what I'm reading into this question a little bit, is within the issue tree, directly within the services that might be clicked. Someone might want to learn a little bit more. We'll experiment with potentially putting it there. We're also looking at it, if you use Steer, if you use our digital glove box, putting it in there as part of the maintenance roadmap. So there's a bunch of different places where customers are seeking out more information or want to know more about services before they book.
Yep. For the suggested deferred work, does it only draw from AutoOps made appointments, or from all of our tickets customers? Gabriella, I think they're just saying, yeah, it's not just AutoOps. It's not just AutoOps appointments. Yeah,
no, it's not just AutoOps. So we pull that deferred work directly from your shop management system. It's supported for most shop management systems, and then we have a keyword-based method if you use Steer for other shop management systems as well. If you don't have that feature turned on right now, talk to your just shoot an email to our support or customer success, and we can sort of walk you through and work with you based on your situation and your shop management system and where you store your deferred or your DBI work.
Yep, that's great. Will we have a choice to opt in or out for agents? Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely, Lindsay. Absolutely, you will. This is going to be a total opt-in. Yes, your specific data will only be used as you opt in. You will have control about how much data and when. The agents will be literally, do you want to elect to use these or not? And we will have, like I said, in our next town hall, we will talk more about these agents. And absolutely, and we can assure you that your data is not just being put out in the wild. And we will talk more about those policies and sort of the data protectivity. That's not even a word. The data protection, the security. I was kind of putting protection and security all in one word. Absolutely, yes, for sure. Great. Two general questions. What's the most cost-effective way to drive traffic from Meta into AutoOps Scheduler? I love that question. And so let me just answer that one first. The cost-effective way to drive traffic from Meta is obviously, I don't know if you use the Meta Business Platform to have ads targeted. I want to make sure in that, Salim, that you are absolutely, if you don't know, and maybe for Marisha or Gabriella, we probably should have another sort of like maybe just like a lunch and learn about all things related to AutoOps attribution tracking. If you don't know, AutoOps has an extremely deep and thorough way of tracking and capturing attribution information, whether it be from Meta, whether it be, and by the way, if you're, whether it be Instagram ads, Facebook ads, we are not ads experts, but we certainly, from our tooling perspective, our platform does an immense, like a really great job of tracking all that attribution and lead tracking data. And then for deferred services to Steer AutoOps retarget customers, if so, how frequently? Gabriella, do you want to talk about that in terms of Steer campaigns for deferred services?
Yep. So Steer campaigns are completely customizable. We have tested and looked into this, and there's some defaults that are in there. But we typically, I'm blanking off the top of my head, will follow up about 15 days after the service or after it's deferred, again 30 days, and then you can do 60 days as well. But that can all be tested and changed. Really depends on your customer base and how they interact as well.
Excellent. Have you considered offering a loyalty program? I can see it working well, especially since we'd be housed outside of the native POS. This would benefit clients who operate multiple automotive enterprises. Yeah, Dawn, that's, first of all, I think I saw Jeff Rudnick here from Pit Crew Loyalty. I know AutoOps also integrates with BayIQ. So some of you who are already using those loyalty platforms, and certainly, we have great partnerships with them. That's certainly something we want to make sure that we're able to, of course, encourage those kind of loyalty programs. Some of you, and I'll say this, some of you, maybe not the best terminology, some of you really believe in loyalty programs and loyalty/rewards programs. Others of you don't, and that's totally okay. Like I said, we have integrations with some of the leading loyalty programs out there. And yeah, there's Jeff, hello. And so, yeah, that's an area that we're constantly looking to say, how do we continue to deliver the most value, especially around loyalty and rewards? Absolutely. Is the phone system available for Canada? Yes, Rose, there is. I will say we are likely doing a beta in Canada. So Rose, unless there's something that comes out, we do need to look at Canadian. There's certain Canadian laws which are a little different. So we want to make sure that we're compliant. But absolutely, Rose, there's nothing that right now where we're saying it's only available in the United States. We're going to target availability in Canada as well. Do you have any shops with live AutoOps websites? Yes, we got plenty. Yes. I'm not sure. There's a way that you can Google. And I can't remember.
I tried to drop the link and I don't think it worked.
Okay.
So Marisha, if you can help with that. But Grease Monkey, Harriman, Utah, HERRIMAN, Utah. If you do that Google search, you'll see that beautiful AutoOps schedule on the Google page. Click on it. You can see the live wait times there.
Oh, is that wait times? Oh no, they were. Do you have any shops with live AutoOps websites? Lexi, did you mean our websites itself or the wait times? Just want to make sure if it's AutoOps websites, there's plenty out there that you can just find powered by, I think it's powered by Steer, website by Steer or something like that, which we'll find. But yes, we absolutely have some, or if you were talking about wait times, that's what Greg was talking about. So Grease Monkey Harriman, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I saw someone ask in the chat, so that's probably
okay. Yeah, it's all good. Lexi, let us know if it's specifically wait times or just AutoOps websites, but we absolutely have live websites and we have live wait times. Yep. Any updates for metric calculations for Elaine? Thank you so much. Really, I know we've been emailing back and forth. Gabriella, this has to do, Elaine is asking for like kilometers instead of miles with which I know Praveer, we've talked about that. Elaine, we will get you a very specific update on that. I know we owe you that, but we certainly want to say whether it's kilometers, as long as we're not mixing sort of units, we should be okay, and we should be able to get that. So Elaine, we're going to touch base. Praveer, I'm actually going to have you touch base with Elaine directly. Praveer has led this area. Elaine, he will reach out to you directly if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Excellent. It would be nice if Steer could house your imagery and branding guidelines so you don't have to keep uploading the same creative for email campaigns. Gabrielle, any comments on this one? They're talking about basically just like, I think, logos and imagery and branding for email campaigns, so they don't have to recreating stuff.
Yep. So there's sorry, I'm reading through this. We do have you can house your logo within Steer and then use our token. Hopefully you're familiar with that. If not, we can show you how to do it. Also, all of your previously used images will show up within that email builder as well. But a really nice feature is the start from previous campaign. So what we'll see some shops do is basically create sort of a really basic with everything with your colors, maybe your header, your footer, throw in some images, and then you can use that as a starting point for your next campaigns as well. There is certainly a lot here that we want to do in terms of making it a lot easier to create consistency, cost branding, including as we're adding more features like websites, digital glove box, etc. So this is an area we're thinking about with more tools to come in the future.
Yeah.
And then gifts on SMSs, I assume that's text messages. If it is a direct message, you can send attachments and images. We are looking at more ways to do rich media within text campaigns as well.
Yeah. And then I think that I'm sure Jeff or anyone from Bay IQ who's here, Rebecca was asking about a loyalty program. Great. By the way, it's just coming up. It's like 3:00 p.m. here on the East Coast. I know some of you are going to have to go. We really appreciate you taking an hour of time with us. We don't take it for granted. Like I said, really grateful if you have to go. We're going to stay for about 2 more minutes. I know our production team likes us to make sure we wrap up. We don't have a hugely long video. So we're going to take 2 minutes. And like Marisha said, if we don't get to your question, someone on our team will reach out. Which of your new features you announced are part of the base Steer, Ultimate Steer, and/or add-on like websites? So certainly our Gabriella, can you address the two that you talked about?
Yep.
Which were the enhanced deferred work and the AI?
Just really quickly, we've tried to be really explicit within the slide deck of which ones are add-ons or upgrades. So you'll see little things like the QR code will say upgrade to Ultimate or upgrade to this, versus something that's more just you can go use and learn more about. We'll continue to do more of that and just be really explicit. We never want to surprise anyone about any of these features. I'll try to rattle down the list. Live wait times is a paid feature. There is camera installation and more that goes into that. So there's a little bit more information that was posted in a link in Slack in the chat as well. Auto assign by tech availability, that's included with your AutoOps scheduling tool. You can go ahead and use that. Coupons is included. You can go ahead and use that. Digital glove box is part of Ultimate. I think we've talked about that in previous town halls. The deferred services education and scheduling tool, that will be included and just part of your scheduler. The search features will be included in part of your Steer experience, and it's sort of, you'll see a lot more of that in the future. All the new templates, of course, are included and available for you to use. I probably missed something. The Performance Plus program, anybody can sign up for as well.
Yeah, and the agents and the phone and Steer phones, though they will have different price structures. Phones will obviously be a sort of a separate, like an add-on like websites, but we'll have more details in the next town hall about that. Our customer texts our service providers through our shop phone number and integrates with TechMetric with a series of different numbers. You talked about benefits of digital vendor using 2 numbers. Absolutely, Joe. Love that question. And let me just say this in brief because I know we're going to have to wrap this up in a second. We at Steer, we do encourage, I'm not saying this because of Steer, TechMetric. What I'm saying is you do have to be careful that your transactional SMS messages should likely be separate from your marketing-ish type text messages. And the reason is a person's going to see something, hey, it's time for your next oil change. And they're like, block. And then all of a sudden your transactional messages get blocked as well. You can't reach them. So you want to be very careful about using a single number, even though it sounds good to have a single one. Customers are getting I get spam messages every single day on my phone. And I say, you know what? Block. Even some of the phone operating systems are now blocking, and some of the text messages are blocking things that they perceive as spam. You want to be careful. Just be thoughtful about having your transactional messages as the same as your sort of marketing messages. So regardless of who provides it, you want to be thoughtful about that.
Well, just 2 other quick things to say on top of this. I often ask the question of like, have you heard customers that are confused by this? Like, I think this has come up a lot, and I know there's a lot of discussion on it, but talk to your customers, see what they see, what their experience is, or is it just sort of a hypothesis everyone's thinking about? One thing, I know I interact with a lot of brands that do have two very separate phone numbers, and it makes sense for redundancy and having two different channels, like Steve was talking about. Last thing is one of the 12 days of Steer tips and tricks. I think actually next week there's a lot of content on this topic, so you might be interested in reading that.
Great. We're going to do one more question and then we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead. One more if we have one. Oh, we don't. No more questions. Awesome. Everyone, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Really grateful. If your question didn't get answered, we'll make sure our team will reach out to you. Thank you so much again. We wish you the best of holidays. Get rest, get refreshed, get excited for 2026. We're going to bring new stuff, tirelessly bring new stuff to you. We're excited. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.